Hey guys, sorry I haven't done a video in a while. Been dealing with a lot of stuff here at the house, and also the weather has been absolutely awful. Either the wind's blowing out of the north and it's blowing right down the beach, or it's blowing out of the south and turns the water to mud, or it's blowing right on the beach, and it's been terrible. With that being said, yeah, I mean, had to go in for surgery. I have got this thing in my jaw. I've had it my whole life, and it's already just started affecting me as of recently, where my bone recedes, and because of that, here we go, fellas. I got even prettier. Laugh it up. Laugh it up. To be honest with you, do me a big favor. Make fun of me in the comments. A sense of humor has been helping me through this whole thing. I am going to get it fixed. I am going to get it replaced. But yeah, it's just been kind of weighing on my brain, and I'd love to hear some of the funny stuff y'all got to say. With that being said, please like, subscribe. We need your help with the channel, and it's the only way we can keep it going. With that being said, we've got some cool stuff coming up. Unfortunately, I will tell you, weather's been cooling down. Things have been getting real slow, so I am not going to be putting out videos just bang, 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 bang. You know, I mean, that's going to have to wait. But I will be having videos coming out. We'll try and get them out on a regular schedule for you guys. But just a little clue as to some of the cool stuff that's coming. Check that out. The Assassin Vector Drone. Yes. Yes. I am excited about this. We also have a Gannett Pro Plus coming. So we're going to start getting into some heavy drone fishing as well, which should be rather interesting. That's when you're going to start seeing some real big stuff coming out of us. What I wanted to go over today with you guys is if you've ever done any kind of shark fishing off the beach, heavy tackle or light tackle combined, you guys have had break-offs. You've had run-throughs, bite-offs. You've had Spanish mackerel bite your main line, and then you lose your whole rig. Something that's always bothered me is what happens to that rig. You know, what happens to that rig, or what happens to a fish? Let's say you're hooked up on a fish and he breaks you off, or a reef gets you, or that rig's just sitting out there and a fish comes and eats that bait. What happens with that rig? Does that fish swim around with 400 yards of line hanging off of his face and get wrapped up on a pier, a shipwreck, or something like that? And it's always kind of bothered me a little because, I don't know, I guess it's just one of those things that you kind of put off to the back of your mind, but I've always wondered, you know. So there's a rig that I'm going to share with you guys. It's called the Shark Saver rig. I did not invent this. I just put my own little twist on it, and it works. It's been working. It works great. Well, how about this? I don't know if it works the way that I think it works if I get broken off and a fish takes the bait. But I will tell you this. I don't see how it doesn't. So if you guys can come up in your mind as to how this would not work, let me know in the comments. But anyway, let's get into this. I'm going to show you how this Shark Saver thing works. All right. So what you're going to need, okay? You are going to need a piece of 130 mono tied to a swivel. I use just the Bill Fisher. Okay, it's a Bill Fisher barrow swivel. You can use a Roscoe. This is a size 4.0. It's a 700-pound swivel. More than enough than you're ever going to need. I tie a piece of 150 to a swivel with a snap on it. All right. Also, wind-on leader. Okay, you don't need a wind-on leader, and I will go over that at the end of this tutorial. Okay, but I use wind-on leaders. Okay, I use a loop-to-loop connection to either straight braid, or you can do a bimini twist in your mono and go loop-to-loop. Okay, this is 500. You can do this with anything. You can even do it with 1200, and I will show you how. Okay, so anyway, make yourself a wind-on leader. This is 30 feet of, well, actually, yeah, this is 30 feet of 500. Okay. Then what you're going to need is tie yourself up a pre-rigged. You can use wire or you can use cable. Okay. I use about, I'd say this is probably 5 feet, okay? And on the end of that, you're going to tie a swivel, okay? This is an 8/0 catch-all, okay? You just have to make sure that this hole is big enough to go through, for your mono to go through it, okay? If you're going to use 1200, you use the big swivels, okay? This is a 12/0 catch-all or a Roscoe, okay? Now, your shark saver. What is the shark saver? Check this out. That's it, okay? A little bead. This is a 1/2 inch bead, okay? You can get them at any arts and crafts store. You just want to make sure that they are the solid plastic, okay? The faceted beads work also. I get beads. You can also buy them online. You can buy them on eBay. Just look up 1/2 inch plastic bead, all right? That's all you need, okay? I'm going to show you how this works. What you're going to do is, you've got your wind-on leader, okay? You've got your wind-on leader, which, like I said, is 30 feet of 500, okay? And on the end of this, what you're going to do is you are going to slide your cable rig, okay? You're going to slide your 5 foot of cable swivel on first. Then you're going to put your bead on. Okay? You might even see where this is going already. Then you're going to tie on your 700-pound swivel with your little snap. Okay? Now you can crimp this, you can tie this, you can do whatever you want to connect this. Me personally, I tie all my rigs. I've had crimps fail and break your line, and I've just had it happen too many times to where I don't really mess with it anymore. I just tie. Alright, so you're going to tie that down. Pull that nice and tight. There you go. Not going anywhere. Okay? Clip off your tag end, which you don't even really need to do, but you can. Alright, so Ben's gone. Okay. So now this is what you're left with. Okay? You may even be able to see where I'm going with this. Okay, so now your cable sits here. You've got a bead that it rests against. I mean, you can pull this thing until your arms fall off and it's not going anywhere, okay? That sits against this swivel. Your weight goes on here. Okay? So now what happens is you've got your bait. Good God almighty, I'm a mess tonight. You've got your bait sitting out there. Okay? Here's your weight. And it's sitting out there like this. If a fish picks this up, starts running with it, you engage, and you got him, okay? But let's say that line breaks. What'll happen is this weight's going to sit in the sand, and that fish is going to swim off, and here's what's going to happen. Hold on, let me put this over here so you can see this. This is what's going to happen. Okay? Look. That line is going to slide all the way through. Okay? That line's going to slide, 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 slide. Watch this. And there you go. And then the fish only has that to deal with. Alright? Which will fall out, rust out. If you use galvanized cable instead of stainless steel, it'll rust out. This will save a fish. And it's literally just changing up your rigs a little tiny bit. I've been using it. I've caught plenty of fish. I haven't had one break off yet. I'll be honest with you. I haven't had one break off yet. I'm not sure what it is about the rig, but it doesn't seem to break. And that makes no sense because a fish can bite you off no matter what rig you're using. But anyway, I'm sure this works. So the coolest part about this, and I haven't really messed with it, but I've messed with this in my yard, what I'm about to show you, and it works. Okay? I know there's going to be people saying, well, you know, I use 1200 or I use, 700 and I want to use swivel or crimps and stuff. Let me show you something. So this is a rig that I have made up, okay? And this is 700-pound mono. It might even be 800. Okay? Double crimped, 700-pound swivel. This is the only thing you have to change. If you put this on the end here, it'll never work. But if you change to a 700-pound swivel, okay, a 4.0 size swivel, which is plenty enough for any shark you're ever going to catch, and instead of using a small 6.0 or 9.0 swivel, use a 12.0 swivel here. Okay, so this swivel's gone, and you just have a 12.0 tied on there. That is enough to slip over any of that. So all you have to do is put a bead, put that same bead on there, and there you go. So fish picks up, fish picks up your rig, he runs away with it, weight grabs the bottom, there you go. It'll come right off. All right, so there you go. It's just, like I said, it's a way to maybe clear your conscience if that's something that bothers you. I have not had it fail. I haven't had it fail. Like I said, I mean, I've caught a bunch of fish on it already, and it, I don't know, works just like every other rig there ever was that I've used. It was just this minor little tweaking that now I firmly believe that functionally this rig will work. And you don't have to change much. All right, you don't have to change much, and it could just save a shark's life. If that kind of stuff bothers you. I know it started bothering me. I started thinking about it, man. When you really start thinking deep about it, like, what happens to these rigs? It might start bothering me a little. But anyway, yeah, I hope this information helps you. I'd love to hear from people that are using it. If anybody goes to try it, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Yeah, but thanks for tuning in. We've got a lot of stuff coming, okay? We got a lot of stuff coming. We've got Florida trips, we've got Panhandle trips, we've got Cape Hatteras trips, we've got New Jersey trips, we've got some cool stuff coming. So please, hang on, bear with me, and I promise you also, within the next couple of videos, you won't have to look at my doofy tooth again. But, alright guys, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, man, go out, go fishing. Don't believe the whole hype thing on big fish. I mean, yeah, it's fun, but it's work. Go out, have a good time. Peace.